Nag-positibo sa COVID-19 ang isang nurse sa San Diego kahit na siya ay nabakunahan ng Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. Ito ay ikinagulat ng karamihan, lalo na ng mga eksperto sa pagsugpo laban sa COVID-19. Ayon sa report ng ABC News, December 18, 2020, nang bakunahan ng Pfizer vaccine ang nurse na si Mateo, 45 years old, nagtatrabaho sa isang hospital sa San Diego. Unang naramdaman nito ang pananakit ng balikat, braso, hanggang umabot sa 6 na araw, nakaranas pa rin siya ng panginginig, muscle pain at panghihilo. Kaya isinailalim siya sa hospital test at nakumpirma na positibo siya sa COVID-19. Ayon kay Dr. Christian Reimers, isang infectious disease specialist sa San Diego, hindi agad-agad magkaroon ng proteksyon laban sa COVID-19 ang mabakunahan dahil base sa clinical trials, aabot pa ng 10 to 14 days pagkatapos bakunahan tsaka pa magkaroon ng proteksyon laban sa COVID-19 at ito ay nasa 50% pa lamang. Kaya kailangan pa ng second dose upang maging 95% na protektado laban sa COVID-19. Posible din umano na infected na ang nasabing nurse sa COVID-19 bago pa man siya nabakunahan. Ngunit ito ay mga senaryo lamang na kailangan pa patunayan at patuloy na inaalam ang totoong nangyari kung bakit nagpositibo ang nasabing nurse sa COVID-19 matapos ang isang linggo na nabakunahan. Idinagdag ng eksperto na kailangan pa rin maging maingat kahit na nabakunahan at ipagpatuloy ang tamang paghugas ng kamay, social distancing at pagsuot ng face mask pag lumabas ng bahay upang hindi tatamaan ng COVID-19. Positibo naman si Reimers na ito ay simula pa lamang ng pagtatapos ng COVID-19 matapos sinimulan ang mass vaccination sa bansang Amerika. Narito ang news clip video sa nasabing balita.
I think this illustrates that the vaccine effectiveness is not immediate.
Health experts weighing in after a local nurse tested positive for COVID-19 8 days after receiving the Pfizer vaccine. As ABC 10 News reporter Michael Chen tells us, a doctor involved with the local vaccine rollout says this case does not reveal anything about the vaccine's effectiveness.
This was a Facebook post from Matthew, an ER nurse at 2 different local hospitals after receiving the Pfizer vaccine December 18th. He tells me his arm was sore for a day, but he suffered no other side effects. 6 days later, on Christmas Eve, after working a shift in the COVID unit, he became sick, he writes in another Facebook post. He got the chills and later came down with muscle aches and fatigue. The day after Christmas, he went to a drive-up hospital testing site and tested positive for COVID-19.
Not unexpected at all, and when you work through the numbers, this is exactly what we would expect to happen if someone is exposed.
Dr. Christian Reimers is an infectious disease specialist on the clinical advisory panel for the county's vaccine rollout. He points out it's possible Matthew may have been infected before receiving the vaccine, as the incubation period may be as much as 2 weeks. But Dr. Reimers says if Matthew did contract it after the vaccine, it's still in line with what we know.
And we also know from the vaccine clinical trials that it takes about 10 to 14 days for you to start to develop protection from the vaccine.
Dr. Reimers says he knows of several other local cases where healthcare workers became infected around the time they received the vaccine. He says all of these cases illustrate that results are not immediate. And even after you start receiving some protection, it is not full protection.
That first dose gives you, we think, somewhere around 50% protection, and then you need that second dose to get up to 95%.
Dr. Reimers says Matthew's story also shows that even with vaccines, the pandemic isn't going to turn around instantly.
Optimistic about, the vaccine being the beginning of the end, but it's going to be a slow roll for weeks to months as we roll out the vaccine.
Michael Chen, ABC 10 News.
Dr. Reimers says this case is a good reminder of why masks, hand washing, and other protocols are important even after receiving the vaccine. Meanwhile, Matthew tells us he's feeling better since his symptoms peaked Christmas Day, but he still feels tired.
Napanood ninyo ang kabuwang pangyayari tungkol sa panibagong katanungan sa kredibilidad ng Pfizer vaccine laban sa COVID-19. Matatandaan na isang nurse din sa Tennessee ang bigla na lamang hinimatay matapos ang 15 minutes na nabakunahan ng Pfizer vaccine. At naritong actual video ng pangyayari.
Yeah, here. Are we gonna like pass them out? Or? We can pass them out. Did he give them all? Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Had to be first. Yeah. I used up the only phone. The large cage. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No. Okay, great. From where?
That's the last thing.
Yes, thank you. So, if you'll tell them your name.
My name is Tiffany Dofer, and I am the manager in CCU. For my team, this has been it's been a hard time. You know, we've persevered through it, but I think that this vaccination offers us hope. And, you know, the fact that we can be proactive versus reactive, it's going to change the way this virus is taking over our lives. So I'm just thankful that we have a chance to receive it here.
How has it impacted your life?
For me, I have, seen my staff have to learn a whole new world of nursing. We have truly stepped up, and people have picked up shift after shift to help cover as this has surged, and truly our team has united together. It's between the physicians, my nurses, respiratory, we've all worked to try to give the best care possible. And it's been a challenge, but we have rest to the occasion, and I'm thankful for this team.
When you woke up this morning, did you know you were going to be receiving the vaccine?
I did, yes.
Okay.
So, all of my staff, we are excited to get the vaccine. We are in the COVID unit, so therefore, my team will be getting first chances to get the vaccine. And I know that it's really, I'm sorry, I'm feeling really dizzy. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll sit down.
You can step away.
Whoa.
Turn the camera.
Ka-co-op, inyong napanood ang mga aktwal na pangyayari sa bansang Amerika sa nagpapatuloy na mass vaccination ng Pfizer vaccine laban sa COVID-19, kung saan may mga iilang side effects na problema na nararanasan ng mga medical workers, at nawa ito ay maagapan at masolusyonan upang maiwasan ang matinding side effects sa nasabing bakuna at maging epektibo laban sa COVID-19. Abangan sa susunod na balita, dahil ang iilan sa mga health workers sa Amerika ayaw na magpabakuna ng Pfizer vaccine. Iyan ay i-upload natin dito sa channel na magbibigay ng katotohanang balita at impormasyon sa inyong lahat. Ito pong inyong National Chairman ng One ASAP Movement, Chief Edel Roderos, para sa makatotohanang balita at impormasyon.